Yeah, what's poppin', everyone? We are Minds That Matter. I'm your girl, Tati Janae Jones. We got my girl, Shamoni.
Hey, hey, hey.
And we also got my dog, Nicole.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, girl? Our objective is to promote positive dialogue that encourages forward thinking. We're striving to encourage and empower individuals through collaborative discussion. We hope you guys enjoy our dope conversations and content. Let us know what you guys think and hit us up.
And if you guys like the content we are bringing, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Minds That Matter.
Yes. So the topic at hand today, ladies and gentlemen, is it was very interesting. It was very interesting. It came up this week, and we basically noticed that a lot of people who date outside their race, get a lot of flack. A lot of people have different opinions on others who date outside their race. They also have different levels of tolerance, and some do and don't accept others, family members dating outside their race. And it's just a big topic and a big discussion that we want to talk about today.
Facts.
So we kind of want to, delve into this conversation and confirm.
We haven't said that word in a while.
I know. And I hear it all the time now.
All the time. I read it and everything, and I'm like, wow, I can't even see the word without thinking about toxic sin, delve in something.
Yes. Aha, I told you it was a word. But in regards to people dating outside their race and having a negative, feeling towards that, we want to confirm, is or isn't it, racism? Is it racist to feel a type of way if someone dates outside their race? Is it prejudice if you feel someone dates outside the race? Or is it either or nothing at all? What is it? We want to know.
So we got this topic because I was browsing on Facebook and, somebody from my hometown made a post and they stated their opinion. And a lot of people were really, really offended. Like, they were very offended. Some even proceeded to call this person racist. And I was like, that is not racist. That is merely an opinion.
Right.
So I sent this pretty little post to my girls here. And I was like, let's have this conversation.
Right.
So
after reading it, I felt like it's a preference. Like, if you're
definitely.
People are allowed to have their own preference on
right.
So.
And I feel like the person tried to make light of the subject, because it was on April Fool's, but people were just so upset.
It was too serious.
They weren't having it. They were like, nope.
Yeah,
they were so upset.
Step to the fire for sure.
let's put our toe on the flame for a little bit.
So I guess let's determine. The topic at hand is basically discussing whether a person feels a type of way when someone dates outside their race.
Basically.
We should basically confirm the difference between being prejudiced and being racist.
Yes.
That's definitely important to determine before trying to choose what someone might or might not be. So prejudice refers to a preconceived... Back up. Okay. So prejudice means you have a preconceived notion or idea, opinion about somebody that's not based on actual experience. Mm-hmm. So that's one definition. And a racist is a person who believes that their, race is superior to another person's race for their own personal opinions.
AKA they hate another race.
Right.
Because they think that their race is superior.
Correct.
And no other valid reasons why. It is.
They just think they're the best.
Yes.
Thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Like the KKK. Right?
Yes.
Like, that is a racist.
Yes. Those with the privilege believe that they are superior for reasons that they really are not. But that's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother episode.
whole nother episode.
Okay. Right. So the person who posted this, she didn't say that they hated the other race. They just had a preference to stick with their own race in regards to relationships, right?
Which is totally fine.
That is their preference.
Right. Correct.
That's not racist, right? Based on the definition, you looked up the definition of racist.
Yes. Now, had that person said, I prefer to date Black people because Black people are, superior than such and such, or if that person has said, I prefer to date, white people because white people are better than such and such, then that would
have a racist,
be more racist because they are believing that a different race is superior to the next.
Okay. Correct. Now, is it prejudice?
I would say yes. And I would say yes, it's prejudice because those, like Nicole said, within the definition, those are they're your preferences consumed by
personal experience,
something that's not factual. So this is what you think. This is just what you want because you feel that it's better, but you don't have any concrete evidence to say that relationship, a black on black relationship, is better than a black and white or a black and Mexican relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's my opinion on that.
It's not
blinded out by other options, and you're only focused on this one because you think it's the better option.
Right.
Okay. So let's give our own personal opinions on dating outside our races and how we feel, ones we love when they date outside.
That she gave him that death stare.
Why you look at him like that?
Y'all can't see this right now, but Shannon just gave her boyfriend the death stare, so I'm wondering what he did.
Because we recorded and he's sick. Sorry, Bradley. He's sick.
He running up and down the hallway coughing and shit, or what?
Yeah, and I was just like, bro. So I was like, come on. Well, since he just made me out myself, I guess I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't find. Okay, let me back it up. I'm prejudiced. I would admit that. I have no problem admitting that because I've come to terms with the fact that everybody's flawed. No, for real. Like let's keep it all the way real. Everybody is flawed, and I'm okay with acknowledging my flaws because I feel that makes me a better person. It makes me feel human.
Right.
Because in God's words, embrace.
Amen. I'm not perfect by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. So I have prejudice, preconceived notions, and preferences, and I'm fine with that. Do I feel like I have to be in a relationship? I'm using me specifically. Do I feel like I have to be in a relationship with a black man? No, because I've very well had many crushes in many situations with people outside of my race. That's neither here nor there, so it does not bother me. Like, and one person, oh my God, first I gotta shout Aura out. Yo.
Yes.
Hey, Aura, boo.
Shout Aura out.
Aura got on this post and I laughed about it for days. She was like, I've dived in the horchata pond. I fell out.
Bro,
I'm sorry. I know that's wrong. But she said, I have dived in the horchata pond and I don't see nothing wrong with it. But, like, no, that shit was funny as hell to me when I first read it. I was dying at work. But anyway,
crazy.
I don't see anything wrong with dating outside your race, but I do prefer to be in a relationship with a black man. And let me clarify why. I feel like America now is like a melting pot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I still want to have preserved my heritage, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So
keep these chocolate babies around.
Right. So I'd rather procreate with a black man.
So you don't feel like it's your duty?
Yeah, I do. Especially me being pro-black. Yes, I definitely feel like it's my duty to have me some chocolate babies. What I want is a chocolate baby with my hazel and green eyes. That's all I want. And I want a boy. No, I'm being for real. So I feel like it's my job as a black woman, as a strong black woman, to birth some black kids and raise them up.
Say it again.
Their full potential. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't think it's wrong for you to date outside your race, but my preference is to date within my race.
Go, sis. All right. All right, Nicole. So
that makes sense.
What's your opinion? Shannon, a strong Black Panther woman. Ready to have some Afro babies with hazel.
Right. Brown
froze.
I mean, my preference, now I don't care, about dating outside of your race. Well, I don't really want to say race. I'm going to say ethnicity because race just refers to,
Facts.
It's a social construct. It's not even really real. It's color, it's not even biological. So anyway, that necessarily doesn't matter to me. now I've pretty much only been involved with Black people, you know. It's my preference. I don't know if I can explain why. Like, I can try
it's
to.
It's a comfort.
It's just, yeah, like, it's just, they can relate to me. I can relate to them on most, you know, aspects. I don't know. It's just, nothing just replaces a Black man. Like, nobody has the same soul, the same swag. Like, the walk is different. The language, everything is different, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, Black people are the most imitated on the planet. And so why would I want to give that up and try to be with someone who's only trying to imitate what me and the Black man naturally have, you know?
Right.
So I don't know, like that's just my preference, but I wouldn't say that I'm like racist or anything, not because I think that Black people are superior or because, you know, any of those reasons like that, but it's just my comfort zone. I don't know. It is what it is. Like, and I wouldn't shame anybody else for, you know, choosing to date outside their ethnicity or anything like that, because one, it's not my business.
Same.
Two, if that's what makes you feel comfortable, that's what makes you feel comfortable. But I'm going to promote strong Black families, and I'm going to attempt to procreate with a Black man so that I can, you know, further my Black heritage.
Right. And I feel like the Black family structure has been torn down, and since day one. So I feel like a lot of people don't understand that concept. Mm-hmm. So I'm here to educate.
Yeah. This is the place to do it.
Pretty cool, because Tasi got to respond because she didn't get to respond. But, you know, so since slavery, and you can go back and read anything. I have recommendations if you need them. Mm-hmm. The Black family has been torn apart. Strictly the male role and the female role. The male were completely dehumanized. Mm-hmm. Also, while stripping their masculinity from them.
And these are the slave masters doing this dumb bullshit, by the way,
right.
In case y'all didn't know.
And the Black female had to be the matriarch of the family. And that's working and also holding down the family structure and making sure this household and these kids still viewed their father in a certain way while his image was being taken from him. Mm-hmm. So you ask why Black women are so independent, it's because they were put in that position and that's all they know. And they've had to teach that generation to generation to generation.
Come on, somebody.
Say it again. Shit.
So we have had mamas who have dealt with stripped of what they were supposed to do as a matriarch of the family. So all they know is to be childlike. So then you have a woman trying to build a man back up.
Right.
From something that people within this country took from them years ago. So if that was taken from them, how can they teach their sons to be that?
Right.
And I'm going to leave that there. Go ahead, Tasi.
I do want to reference back toward that. I'm gonna get my little spiel and I really quick on my opinion, but
go ahead, girl.
I wanted to tag
box too because I'm on it tonight.
I wanted to tag team real quick. Okay, so my preference, I am open. I've dated outside my race before, and it was great. I feel like love is love.
Facts.
Right. I agree.
What color the person is you fall in love with. If you have a genuine human connection with someone, then be with that person and love them and enjoy the best of your life. I just happen to be blessed with a Black man who, you know, like Nicole said, has that connection that it's an unspoken connection. It's natural. We can go through and understand everything together. Like, I understand his struggle that being a Black man in America is a serious thing right now. And being a Black woman in corporate America, for me, is a serious thing right now. Like, there's certain struggles that I feel like some, I don't want to say all, I want to say some races cannot understand or won't get because it's something that they can't see. I can tell it to them, but I just feel like if they don't go through it,
they're never going to understand it the same way.
They'll never understand it the same way that I
can't relate. They can't feel it
at all. That would be, you know, but you know, there are some who try. There are some in interracial relationships who are down for the culture harder than the black person sometimes.
And you got to be sometimes.
And we like to call those allies.
Yes. You feel me? They be BLM straight up instead cussing people out, talking about all lives. It's BLM. My sister is in a interracial relationship right now. She started with a black man, had my beautiful nephews, right? Chocolate babies. But he fucking sucked. And then this Hispanic man comes in her life and does better than him. Now, I'm not going to say Kevin. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Kevin Norris. Okay. Now, he took the role as the father and raised my sister's kids and did what he had to do as a man. It didn't matter what color he was. My sister loved him and they did what they had to do.
And Kevin is an ally. Let me say, Kevin roll with us.
Everything he rolls for us. He does anything for everything, and he's down for whatever.
Right.
Whereas that was expected from her previous relationship with the black man. So like, I don't want anyone to ever be forced to be with their race because it's supposed to happen or anything. Just be with who you love, but ain't no problem with who you love. But I'm pro-black too. So like black love is beautiful. I'm in a black love relationship. I feel like love is beautiful and no matter what race it is and I especially don't judge anyone who dates outside their race. I think love is beautiful. Life is too short and you can do so much with love. So why not share it with somebody?
That's true. And I want to just say that if you are pro-black, that does not make you racist because some people keep trying to correlate the two and they don't go at all.
No.
And if you are in a relationship with somebody that is not black and you consider yourself pro-black, that's fine. It's okay. That does not mean that you're not pro-black also. The person you're with should definitely be pro-black and you need to... The problem is that when people date other people of different ethnicities, they tend to forget where they come from or they want to add to the disrespect that's already been happening. Like
that's
the
problem. That's what was in the post too. They degrade us to the women that they with. And that's
so then the women that they with start to keep degrading us.
And they feel like it's okay.
Exactly. So that's the problem. It's not that you are dating people that are not, of your ethnicity. It is your actions and your behaviors while doing so and the things that you say that make it okay for other people to continue to disrespect us and degrade us. And then you keep passing that narrative around, the cycle continues. And that's what they want to keep showing you in mainstream media when in fact that's not the real narrative. That's only one side of the story.
Facts. And let me go back to the fact that I said the black family structure, and this goes for even when you're dating a person, has been torn down. So when you men say, oh, she's not treating me right, or oh, she degrades us, you have to remember these are females built from what they were taught. Their parents were taught one way, so that's the only way they know to teach their children. So if that girl if her personality or her traits have not been intercepted and told to like, hold on, wait a minute, chill out. You still got to let a man be a man. You can't disrespect them, all this other stuff. How is she going to know that she's being disrespectful to you? But these aren't the conversations that we're having with each other. And that's a problem.
Right. We're not trying to find the root of the problem. Instead, we just bashing each other with more and more disrespect on top of disrespect. Nobody's trying to get
black
down.
Woman, she's crazy. She's tripping. Like all this bullshit.
And this is going to sound so cliche, but I'm going to say it anyway. One of my Ace Boom Coon day ones is not black. I'm not going to say what race she is, but she's not black. And she knows exactly who I'm talking about when she hears this. And I have been in her house and her dad is the matriarch of that family. And he has taught his children to treat him as such. So when she's in a relationship with a man, she treats that man as such. That is not taught typically in black families. It's not.
Yeah.
And we have to
that's because it's never been learned, like you said, like it was stripped away so early on. So the things that have been passed on in most families are the opposite of what should have been passed.
And unfortunately, not every black family has a father to have a structure with or
at all.
To learn.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where it stems from too.
or even a father figure. I feel like for the part that my dad wasn't able to do what he needed to do as the man of the house, my brother took over, and my brother made sure to instill that with him. You can't take nobody's manhood from them. Right. You got to chill out every once in a while and let this happen. You have to talk to that person behind closed doors, and y'all get to a common ground. But when you in public, y'all need to stand on a united front. Period. Yeah, in front of y'all don't need to disrespect each other.
Keep your stuff in your house. It's always between you two.
Social media is a nah.
Yes, don't air out your business on social media. Media, it's no one else's business. You need to start sitting down and having these conversations. Why are you letting everyone outside and around you stays in your house? Why are you letting everyone judge and poke fun at what your real life is going through?
Exactly.
Shit. That's real.
We gotta fix our families.
Yeah.
We do. We
definitely do. And I think that, too, we have to be held accountable. Like Nicole was saying this last week. Everybody has to be held accountable for what the fuck they do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where it starts. You got to start recognizing within self first, be accountable. Then
come on, somebody. So as a man, you don't need to be laid up on no woman's couch. You need to be able to furnish your own lifestyle.
Right. That is correct.
Vice versa too. Everybody got to fend for themselves. That
goes for a woman too. Everybody got to be able to provide, because you can't make no household off of one person's back. It don't work that. That's not a foundation.
And that's something that too should communicate once. I think it starts off, you guys start dating and talking or whatever, and then the subject of moving in comes up. So before you guys move in together, have this conversation. Are you going to be stay at home, quote unquote, wifey or whatever, handle the house, make sure his clothes is done and he go to work? Or are you going to get yourself together? Are you going to go to work too? Is he going to go to work? Y'all going to go half on bills? He's going to take care of all the bills. What are y'all going to do? Are you going to go to school? Are you going to take care of the kids? Do y'all have kids? Like what is the objective in this relationship? Y'all can't just be shacking up and not having a plan, because then one person's going to outweigh the other, and it's not going to be an equal ground relationship.
One person starts hating the other person, and then, but in reality, that's the type of agreement y'all walked into, but all of a sudden it's a problem when one person feeling like it's weighing too much on their back.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't need to be shacking up with nobody because they cute. That's not a relationship. That's not a partnership.
All you want to, but I'd rather be happy than let everybody know what the fuck's going on in my life. Like, I hardly post on social media, but me and my husband have the best life. Like, I'm young, I'm living, I'm doing my thing, and I feel like if I aired out every fucking thing that happened, I feel like all the judgment and all the clouded opinions would be detrimental. You know what I'm saying?
That's so real. I think I learned that too. Because even now, I'm way more private. I feel like I'm even more private within my family and friends because that just intercepts more problems on a situation.
Can't nobody use nothing against you. Can't nobody do nothing. It's
right. So you got to keep shit in your little personal box, because everything ain't to be told. And if you want for a happy life, everybody's opinions don't need to intercept that.
Right. And then when you go through shit, you got to give yourself time to process and figure out like what you two gonna do, because it's between you two. Just like an interracial relationship or whatever type of relationship you choose to be in, because we got to bring it back.
Right.
Bring it back. Let's all try not to be racist or prejudiced. I mean, you can be whatever you want to be. If you are prejudiced, fine. That's your preference in regards to opinions on relationships. If you're racist, you fucking suck.
Don't take what I said about prejudice out of context either. Let me reiterate what I meant. So what I was saying by me being prejudiced is that I stereotype. Like, I am fully aware. There's sometimes when I'm doing something and I'm just like, goddamn Mexican or goddamn Asian.
It's hard though.
It's hard not to do that.
Some of them stereotypes be true, and I just be like, fuck, I shouldn't be saying that, but God.
And you were built and you know what? And you were built on being taught that. These are all taught things.
Exactly. Everything.
So and you only see what confirms your already opinion, what your opinions already are. So That's what I mean when I say I'm prejudiced. But I'm open enough and I'm honest enough with myself to be like, you disrespectful. And I have these conversations with myself. People be like, why is she talking to herself? Because I'm trying to tell myself to chill out. Because I feel that sometimes, right? Especially when it comes to traffic. That's my pet peeve, bro. I be pissed. So, yeah, y'all know I'll be putting the pedal to the metal. I can't do it. But
roll it.
So that part, when I said I'm prejudiced, that's what I was referring to. I do have stereotypes that I acknowledge that I kind of let play out. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And everybody does. I even do it to black people. I'll be like, them damn niggas.
All the time. I do it to everybody. I don't care what race you are.
Everybody.
Goddamn.
Exactly. Okay. And I'm not saying that's okay, but I'm acknowledging the fact that I know my wrongs.
Yeah.
And I'm actively trying to change that, but it's hard. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know.
The moral of the story is date, love, marry, hump whoever you want to hump. It does not matter what ethnicity they are. It does not matter. None of that is important. But what's important is the things that y'all two tend to, you know, I guess whatever y'all want to build together, that's important.
What y'all have in common.
Other people's opinions on y'all relationships, and that goes for y'all parents and grandparents and all that kind of stuff, because I know a lot of times that's the problem. It's not their business either. Just make sure whatever you are promoting is what you want to promote.
Promote love.
Wrong, basically love.
And do not judge or put anything against or hold anything against someone who chooses to date outside their race. That's their prerogative. Don't
point fingers and say that they are racist or prejudiced, because that may not be the case.
Let them know they got
a lot of times it's not the case.
Fuck out of here.
And like Tasha said, sometimes stuff just happens, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Just be proud of whatever you're doing and whoever you're doing it with.
Facts.
As long as you busting nuts, life is good.
I've been wanting to tell you the whole time, bro. My lips are chapped. I'm like dying. And I'm looking at them in this video and I'm like, I know they can see how white my lips are. I cannot.
I am not.
White, but it's bad.
I'm rolling.
It's bad. But I mean, I'm pretty much wrapped up, you know, but I just had to get that off my chest. It was gonna kill me.
Well, we are here to shed light on everybody's preferences, and we're okay with them. And I feel like everybody needs to be okay with that as well. I think that a lot of times we want to force our opinions on other people, and that's not the way life is, unfortunately.
Right.
We don't live in just one color bubbles, which we should actually, but you know, that doesn't happen, and that's okay. Yeah. But we just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that if you have a preference, that's fine. And if you don't have a preference and you're still looking for what you like, that's also fine. So just choose love.
Choose love. Period.
And mind your business.
Mind your damn business, bitch.
And your motherfucking business, bitch.
Well, if you guys like the content we're bringing, help us continue the conversation. Comment in the descriptions below. Let us know if you guys have any questions, and if you want to help us out with some topics, feel free to throw them at us. Do us a favor and join us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to all the podcast content. And remember, guys, we are
Minds That Matter. Peace, y'all.